The bushfires over the past week or so have tested the nation, and as usual, despite death, tragedy and trauma, the generous and brave Australian spirit has shone through. Perhaps no organisations in this country, or in the world for that matter, say more about community spirit than our volunteer rural fire brigades and SES supporters, and of course their coastal cousins, the surf lifesavers. These are the people that make our country all the more lucky than it otherwise is. The disappointment of the past week, of course, has been the craziness of the Greens and other climate activists pretending the fires are unprecedented, pretending we are responsible for them, and all of us, not just the arsonists, all of us are responsible for them, and pretending that if only we change our ways, reduce our emissions and perhaps bow to Gaia or something, then they pretend that all this horror and all this evil will suddenly never happen again. They ignore the history of the last 200 years, the last tens of thousands of years for that matter, and they pretend that if we only repent from our coal-fired ways, fires will be unknown and our hot, dry summers will be gone. And they warn with apocalyptic zeal that if we don't do what they want us to do, the infernos will only get worse. We're going to burn forever. It's offensively stupid, of course. But the Greens have suddenly got an ally, someone who thinks just like them. And it's an unlikely alliance. Yes, Israel Folau also thinks we have brought the fires upon ourselves. The former Wallaby and fundamentalist Christian also believes if we change our ways, our summers will be safer and calmer. He says we are being punished by God for liberal abortion laws and for legalising same-sex marriage. And yes, like the Greens, Folau also warns that if we keep going like we are, it'll get even worse.
What you see right now out in the world, it's only a little taste of what God's judgment's coming. It's not even a big thing. And now the news now are saying that these bushfires are the worst they've ever seen in Australia. Worst. They haven't even seen anything. And we look back at what God done to Sodom and Gomorrah. And rain, fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed that city because of the sin that they were living in.
Folau believes we will not only burn in hell, but burn on earth first. This is offensive. People are dead, homeless, distraught, and he's effectively blaming the victims. It seems an unchristian approach. His religious zealotry is the perfect mirror image of the Greens' lunacy, the same apocalyptic zeal. Most Australians know the fire threat and continue to work at managing it and fighting it as best they can. These extremists are entitled to their views, of course, but they can't be taken seriously. Folau, no doubt, will be howled down by the left, the ABC and most journalists, and rightly so. Wouldn't it be good if they called out the emotive, alarmist and unscientific zealotry of the Greens too?